Today we will be painting the anime-inspired game Mobile Arms by Corey Sullivan and Blacksite Studios. Let's go! Hello and welcome to another episode of Blastercaded Painting. Today we are going to be painting some mechs from Blacksite Studios game Mobile Arms. Mobile Arms is a fast-paced 28mm to 32mm skirmish game for 2 or more players featuring quick, accessible mecha mayhem. It looks great, and their Gamefound campaign is on now for their new 2-player starter set. It is in the description below. There's a link. Please go click on that link and go check out this campaign. It is super cool. Having said that, Blacksite Studios was kind enough to send me a bunch of STLs and a bunch of tokens and rulebooks and everything else to print off and paint for you guys. So I looked at this project as though I was painting a starter set that would be very simple for people to know who's on what team, which means this color is this team, this color is that team, you know, any simple quick way for you guys to paint all this stuff up. So without further ado, let's get into the painting. After printing and gluing together my miniatures, I sprayed them a very bright silver. I know that this seems like a lot, but there's a reason for it. And the next thing I'm going to do is take some blood red speed paint here. I'm going to put this through my airbrush and just basically douse the one team in them. So it's going to be one team's red, and then, you know, the other team will not be red. The other team will be Zealot Yellow, and I'm just going to douse them in Zealot Yellow. So this is the other team. So I've got 2 mechs for each side. And yeah, it's okay if it's splotchy. It doesn't have to be even. We're going to weather up these mechs pretty well. So yeah, just get the colors on there. We're going to take some green tape. We're going to make a loop like we're pulling lint off of our shirt. And guess what? You can start pulling off the speed paint. And it is weathering the miniature. It's just going to pull it right off and chip it. And if you don't like the tape, guess what? You can just rub your finger on it. And it's going to chip off the paint. And this is the easiest way I know to do chipping, and it's so simple. There we go. We are weathering our miniatures with just speed paints, metallic paint, and a finger. That's it. Chip them up. And how much you want them chipped and weathered is obviously up to you. I think it's a less is more kind of situation. And definitely near the edges of things where the elements would probably get to it. The recesses should probably still have more color in them. But that's a super easy way to chip some miniatures. Unless you're golfing with them and then chipping them. I guess that's a golf thing. Anyway, back to the painting. I'm going to take some Aqua Alchemy here, and I'm just going to do some spots on the yellowish mechs. So this is just to add in a little bit of extra color because, you know, they look kind of plain without it. So just go through, pick out some spots, make them symmetrical, don't make them symmetrical. It's up to you. I mean, it's your mech. This is just how I'm painting mine. I really like this yellow because it kind of reminded me of like a orangey caution yellow. But yeah, just pick out some spots. Then we're going to grab some alien purple. We're going to go over to the red guys. And we're going to do the same thing. This is just going to make it very easy for me and Mrs. Blastercaded to play this game as if everything is kind of color-coded. You got red, I got yellow. Bam, we're playing. We know whose is who. Nobody's going to get confused about what's what. We're going to take some dark steel here. And this is what we're going to use to break up our primary colors. Break up that red and yellow. So, on a lot of the weapons, we're going to add this. We're going to add spots, you know, in between, like, where there would be soft spots, kind of. or where there's pistons or, you know, pneumatic tubes and stuff like that. This is where we're adding all this color. It breaks up all the yellow. And we're going to take some plate mail metal next. And all those colors that we just put on, they're not chipped. So we have to chip those. So that's just adding in some chipping and some edge highlighting on those colors that we added so that they match the red or yellow. We're going to take some Voodoo Shade and some Speed Paint Medium. This is a 2-to-1 mix. 1 part of Voodoo Shade, 2 parts of Speed Paint Medium, and I'm going to soak the miniatures in them. I'm going to put it all over. If it, you know, pools too much, pull it out. But maybe you don't want to, because it's, you know, a greasy spot. Or whatever. Doesn't matter. We're weathering everything. I got some decals laying around. I'm going to put some decals on here. Some, like, numbers and some little caution symbols. This is just going to help, you know, pull them up a little bit. Or you could freehand that stuff. And I'm going to chip it with my pair of tweezers. Bam. Chipped. Bam. Chipped. Perfect. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Bam. Chipped. Yeah, I'm having fun doing this, apparently. We're going to grab some light green here, and I'm going to paint in some, like, sort of sensor areas near, like, what their, I guess, the head is. And yeah, that's on the red ones. And on the yellow ones, I'm going to grab some fiery vermilion, and I'm going to put in a little bit there. You know, same thing, sensor areas. I'm going to take some white here, and I'm just going to paint in these little tiny corner dots, like light spots. Anyway, they're done. So what do you guys think? It's a pretty easy way to paint some mechs up quickly. We didn't have a lot of turnaround time on this particular video, which is fine. Yeah, I just wanted to get them painting fast because we also want to play a game and have it out this week for you guys. Over on Blastercaded Playing, the channel where we play stuff. Go check that out and subscribe. That would be great. Thank you. To be perfectly honest, I'm not that big of a mech guy. Seems like there's 3 genres of games in the tabletop industry. Fantasy, sci-fi, and then mechs is its own thing. People love mech games. As I said, I'm not that big of a mech guy, but this one kind of drew me in. I think that, you know, it looks very quick, fast, and not a lot of miniatures, which is nice. But this one has a lot lighter rule sets, that's where I like to live. Lighter rule sets. I'm not huge on a lot of crunchy rules and stuff like that. That's just not how I play. And as always, I need to thank my Patreon members, Charming Grenade, Richie Fender, LK, Blaster Boy Mike, and Stuart Drake. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And another huge thank you to Black Site Studios for sending this stuff over and including me in this content creator campaign that they're doing. And again, the link is in the description below. Go check out the Gamefound campaign that is live now. It's only going to be live for a short amount of time. And the new starter set that they're doing looks fantastic. And the mechs are going to be plastic. That's a big one. Because these are 3D printed, and that's great, but I want those plastic mechs. I've never wanted mechs before. I want them. I want them now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. You guys have a great day.